Wait, wait, wait. Good girl. Good girl. Wait. Wait. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Scarlet's Journey. It's been a while, so I thought it was time to check in and tell everyone what's been going on with our girl Scarlet. If you are new to our channel here at Ozark Mountain Goats, my name is Josie and this is Scarlet. She is an F1B Goldendoodle, and now we lovingly refer to her as Diaper Girl. So, as you can see, we do have her diapered. She is currently in heat. Scarlet is 15 months old now, and you might be wondering, do we plan to breed her? Is that why we haven't had her spay yet? That has never been our intention with her, but I have waited to get her spayed. So that's what I want to talk about today. You know, rule of thumb was to get your puppy spayed or neutered before 6 months old or by 6 months old. And I think a lot of that came about because of all the unwanted puppies. You know, the shelters, animal shelters are overflowing with unwanted puppies, and rescue places have lots and lots of unwanted kittens and puppies, and so it became their practice to spay or neuter any puppy before it was sold to the public. Either that, or you had to sign a contract that you would get that animal fixed by a certain age. Well, there have been many studies done over the last few years, and in my opinion, research shows that spaying your female dog at such a young age can be more detrimental to them than beneficial. This is my opinion from a lot of research that I've done, so I know that there are many varying opinions out there. You have to do your own research. I would encourage you to do your own due diligence. Check out publications, talk with your veterinarian. There's all kinds of information out there about spaying your female dog and the effects that it has on them. So that being said, I have chosen to wait. And I am going to wait until Scarlet is at least 18 months old, possibly 2 years old. I think she may have had a very light heat around 11 months old or so. Looking back, I think that we never did see any visible blood, but her demeanor changed. She acted differently concerning eating and just the way she was acting. And also she seemed to want to clean herself more frequently. So now that she's had a full-blown heat cycle, I know what those signs are. And so I do think this might be her second heat. On average, I would say dogs come into heat about every 6 months or so. Some more often than that. I know my daughter has a dog that comes into heat, it seems like every 3 or 4 months. But anyway, that being said, with her being 15 months old, I'm anticipating that I may only have one more heat cycle to go through. And it's not that big a deal. Yes, we do have to put these on her, but she is such a good girl. She is so good about wearing this. And I just pop it off and take it off of her when she goes out and when we're out and about, and then put it back on her, and it's not a big deal. It came in a 3-pack. I have always got a clean one available, and as much laundry as we do around here with towels and stuff with the goats, I'm always washing laundry anyway, so I just throw them in the washer and then I let them air dry. I think that might help them last a little bit longer. Are you crazy? Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the benefits of waiting to spay your female dog. Studies now show that spaying at a very young age really increases the cancer risk in your female dogs. She is part golden retriever, and they have a really high incidence of cancer anyway. So for me, that was a big deal to want to put off spaying her. Another good reason for holding off until they're older is because they have a lot of joint problems, hip dysplasia, things like that. And by spaying too early, it can really affect a dog's growth plate. So large breeds especially have a problem with their hips and their joints and their knees and their elbows. And so I thought it best for Scarlet, with her being a large breed, to wait, to give to give those growth plates a chance to fully develop. Another reason for waiting is that dogs that are spayed very young tend to be more obese, and that also can increase their chance of having diabetes. Another reason to wait is that young dogs often have a recessed vulva, and in fact, until she came into heat, I couldn't even really see her. Partly because I think it was recessed, and also, you know, because of the hair. But even when I would groom her, I really couldn't see it. Now I can. It's swollen, which happens with the heat cycle. And what they say is that puppies that are spayed too young, their vulva never comes out like it's supposed to, and so they're at increased risk for urinary tract infections and kidney stones. And so they recommend that a female dog go through at least one, if not two, heat cycles to make sure that that vulva will not end up being recessed, because it can lead to those problems plus urinary incontinence. Another effect of spaying your dog too early is that they can develop hypothyroidism. So those are a few of the main things for me. Again, this is a decision that is for you and your family and your vet to make. I really highly encourage you to do your research and come to that conclusion, you know, after that. Don't take my word for it. This is just, you know, the opinion that I've come to. As you can see, Scarlet is just as active as ever. She is really wound up right now. I will have to tell you that you may notice that the crate is gone. I had a great big giant 42-inch crate in here. And a few weeks ago, not very long ago really, we just decided to start leaving her out when we would go somewhere. And Scarlet, honestly, is a really good dog. She doesn't counter surf. I've never seen her jump up on the table or try to jump on the counter. She doesn't dig in the trash. Next to Jim's recliner, he's got a small wastebasket, and there's all kinds of stuff in there, from orange peels to candy wrappers to banana peels, just a lot of things that would be enticing for a dog to dig through. Never bothers it. So she doesn't chew anything up. She only plays with her toys. She's just a good girl. So anyway, we decided to start leaving her out when we left the house. And we have left her up to 4 hours. Come home, she's been perfect. So she's doing really, really well. Honestly, she does really well on everything except her excitability when someone comes over. And we have discovered that it does help to, if I know they're coming, to be outside when they arrive. That way she can run off some of her energy and she's a little bit more manageable. But if somebody knocks at the door, she's all of a sudden in hyper mode and on high alert, barking, flipping out. So anyhow, if I get a heads up that I know someone's coming, that does help. So anyway, we sure appreciate you following along. If you haven't seen her other videos, be sure to check those out. She has her own playlist. Anyway, you guys take care. We'll catch you again later. And thanks for following along on Scarlet's journey.